Hello everyone, it's Sam, High Priest of Sacred Oak Temple in Edmonton, Alberta. Today's new moon ritual deals with the issue of spiritual growth, spiritual formation. We begin by saying that Sacred Oak Temple is located in Treaty 6 territory in the ancestral lands of the Cree, the Dene, Blackfoot, Nakota Sioux, Saulteaux, and the Métis peoples. Let's all reach out and connect with the land where we are, to its energy, to its history. May the community that we build always include the spirits of the land. I offer tobacco now as I pray to the indigenous spirits of this place as a recognition. May it be accepted, and may this place be my home. To begin with, let's have a grounding. Settle yourself comfortably in your circle at home. Rock back and forth until you find a place of relaxed balance. Close your eyes and listen to my voice. Here we are, physically apart, but united by a common spirit and a common purpose, and gathered in peace. Breathe. And breathe. And one more breath. In and release. And open your eyes. This is a place that is not a place, in a time that is not a time, halfway between the worlds of gods and mortals. And this is a place that is all places, in a time that is eternity, where gods and mortals come together. This is a place that is our home, a time in our lives where we can be greater than we thought. As I turn to each direction, I'd like you to do the same in your own homes. East is the home of air. May the power of the air come in to give our words wings to help us to breathe together. Enter our space, power of the air. Blessed be. South is the home of fire. May the power of fire come in and give us passion and understanding so that we can know what is right and have the courage to act. We welcome the transformative energy of fire into our circle. Blessed be. West is the home of water. May the power of the water come in to bring connection so that I can be kind even when the world is not kind, and so that I can be soft, surrounded by hardness, so that I can be gentle when faced with cruelty. May the reflective power of the water join in our circle. Blessed be. North is the home of the earth. May the power of the earth come in to make a home where I am, a community with my neighbors. We open the door for the firm, challenging power of the earth. Center is the home of spirit. May the power of spirit come in as meaning, as open hands and open eyes and an open heart, as movement with grace and with wisdom, knowledge and sureness. Enter the circle, power of spirit, blessed be. Today is more, I suppose, of a talk than a ritual. There is a foolish idea that many of us took from evangelical Christianity. This notion of born again notion. Snap our fingers and become powerful spiritual people, fully aware witches. But at some point, any serious spiritual person must move beyond our immediate desire into ongoing spiritual formation, to growth towards spiritual maturity. And we can't do it alone, and we can't do it by snapping our fingers. Belief, practice, and study. We call upon the goddess Athena. Athena, protector of cities, bright-eyed, intelligent, with an exorable heart, the earth groans and the sea rises up mightily with your power. Mother of the arts, who brings madness to the wicked and prudence to the virtuous, hear my prayer, and bring me peace, riches, and good health. Wicca is a religion. It's not self-indulgence or power games or playing witchy dress-up. If religion does not help us to become stronger, kinder, more loving, more life-giving, then at best it is simply useless. And more often, it becomes destructive and a damaging illusion of meaning, images of virtue divorced from virtuous actions. Spiritual formation develops the most true and coherent version of each person in devotion and service to the divine in the world, ideally in a community of practice and belief with members that encourage and check one another. Theological reflection together helps us to see the context of the divine and to develop ourselves as spiritual people. As I help out on the Witchcraft for Beginners pages on Facebook, or observe the YouTube chatter, or I ask questions. I say, what are the stories about the spirit in the world that move us? And what do we do to connect with them? And how can we do these things regularly to grow and deepen our practice? And now, let us call upon the god Odin, also a god of wisdom, who seeks out and challenges us to know, to understand, and to deepen ourselves. I know that I hung on that great tree 9 whole days and nights, stabbed with a spear offered to Odin, myself to mine own self given. High on the tree whose roots are hidden as it rises to heaven. None gave food or drink as I looked into the deep. Shouting out, I lifted up the runes, and then I fell from there. I grew and waxed in wisdom. Word following words, I found words. Deed following deed, I made deeds. Do you know how to carve? Do you know how to read? Do you know how to stain? Do you know how to test out? Do you know how to ask? Do you know how to sacrifice? Do you know how to send? And do you know how to kill? Your spiritual quest begins by knowing the kind of person that you are, and by trying to become the best, the most whole, the most balanced, and the most effective version of that person. We grow into ourselves, not from a one-off gift of grace, an unearned entitlement, but in ongoing relationship with the divine, deeply real through devotion, action, and personal discipline. Spiritual formation is in community. The gods are relationships in the human and material worlds. It's both action and contemplation, training of the will, the spirit, the character. As we grow, we are at peace, and we move and we act more effectively in our lives. You cannot school someone into a spiritual depth. It's not a question of information, but of experience and connection in a community of practice, not in a school. Personal ritual and daily practice builds connection, fosters growth and focus. And what matters the most, though, to grow spiritually, is to act spiritually. Ritual, but also forms of service to your deities. Ecological activism for Diana. Political engagement for Athena. Feminist advocacy for Artemis, and so on. Read. Reach out. Find people. Do ritual together. We cannot do this work online only through Sacred Oak. Look in your community for others. You can only grow so far by yourself. And of course, I will take on students, so if you're in Edmonton, contact me. And thus endeth the talk. Now let's bless and share food and drink together. It's not we who bless food and drink. It is they who bless us. Because in their nature they nourish our bodies. And in sharing food and drink, we can create community. And so it was in ancient times. And so it is today. And so as we go forward into the future. May you never thirst. And may you never hunger. Have something to eat and something to drink, and share food and drink with me now, and whoever's in your circle at home. And now may I say thank you to the divine mysteries, the goddesses and gods that are both revealed and concealed in the workings of the world and in our lives. We call the Spirit to see with our eyes and breathe with our mouths, to open our eyes to act in the world and to open our hearts to care. We will together create great things. And we close the door of the center now with thanks to the Spirit. Blessed be. What we can do and make and build, what we can grow and harvest and cook, we will share. We make, and our dreams are real. And we close the door of the north now with thanks to the earth. Blessed be. We find the sacred springs and the holy wells, bathe and purify ourselves in the rivers, and worship together at the sacred waters. And we close the door of the west with thanks to water. Blessed be. We crave and pursue and create justice. Community is the fire that warms us, the light that burns in candles in the darkness. We close the door of the south now with thanks to the fire. We open our eyes and we see clearly. We end this circle with the breath of life, the first great blessing. The breath of life pushes back against death to create meaning. And we will close the door of the east with thanks to the air. blessed be. Before we completely leave sacred space, I'd like you to ground. Settle yourself comfortably again, and close your eyes and listen to my voice. As the sun rises in the morning, and the world is covered in light, so that we may see where we are and where we are going, in the same way, the heart, the mind, and the soul, they open up, and we reach for the light of understanding, and we connect to the infinite, which we see reflected in each other and embodied throughout the world. Take a deep breath. Hold it, and now release it. And again. May we go from this place refreshed and aware. The circle opens now to include everyone. The circle is open and yet unbroken. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be everyone. Our next online SBAT will be the full moon of May 31st at 7 p.m. Later in the summer, we'll be starting public in-person rites here in Edmonton. Stay tuned for announcements.